They said to him, "We have only 5 loaves here and 2 fish." Now, I think it's important for us to visualize, what bread do I want to use? I think we're going to use this one. This is fun looking, isn't it? Can y'all see that? This is fun looking bread. It's, okay, really hard, but it's fun looking bread. I want us to be able to visualize what the disciples were dealing with. Could you come up here and take this? What I want you to do, I want us to see how far this loaf of bread's going to go. So as you pass it down the front row, break off a piece of it and hand it to the next person, and we're going to see how far a loaf of bread goes. Now, remember, you're hungry. And as we pass that, I want us to understand what the bread was that they had in that day. The Israelites took flour and water, and they made bread that was kind of like, it was long and it was oblong or round, like a platter, and it was to where you could break it. The bread was not cut, you broke bread. And it was about a thumb width thick. And so that's kind of what the provision was as far as the bread went. But these loaves that we're talking about in these passages are slightly different. Because in John's account of this, in John 6:9, it said they were barley loaves. Barley loaves. And that's very telling because barley was the lowest quality. So what the disciples had hijacked from the boy was a poor boy's lunch. It was barley loaves. And that gives us an idea of the people that were there. You aren't talking about the rich and famous. You're talking about people who had barley loaves with them. And the fish, they were small fish. And they were really just enough to give the bread some flavor, almost like sardines or smoked herring, something like that, just enough to give the barley loaves some flavor. So we're not talking about 5 ginormous loaves of Wonder Bread and 2 big old salmon. We're talking about 5 loaves and 2 fish. How are we doing on the bread? How is it as far as many people going? It's going past maybe 25 people so far. So I want us to do the math. Oh, she's offering it back to me. Aren't you so sweet? Look at your face. Oh, look at your little face. So once again, we've been doing some math. So let's do some math. We're looking at probably upwards of 20,000 people. We've talked about that. So you're looking at 5 loaves and 2 fish. So 5 loaves for 1 loaf for every 4,000 people. Now, we ran out after about 30 people here. We're talking 1 loaf for every 4,000 people and 1 fish for every 10,000 people. Now, I don't even think a whale could feed 10,000 people. That may just be my opinion, but we're talking not a lot of stuff. And the disciples knew that it wasn't enough. They knew that their offering was meager. They knew that. They could see it.